Taxi drivers reacting to a fare increase. A tropical wave approaching the country. We will tell you when. And hear why Basra officials are encouraging voters to think ahead. The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, starts now.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening, all. I'm Shashina Roparkas, and as always, it is so great to have you with us. Topping the news tonight, when you call a taxi, prepare to pay a bit more as the fare increase takes effect today. This is the first hike in many years. While it is a welcomed increase, some drivers still have many concerns. Here's Jamila Mizik with our top story.
Person pay whatever that zone area is. And every additional person is $4 per person. Kids now from 3 and up pay.
We spoke to a few taxi drivers who all agree that the increase is good, but they have other concerns.
It's pretty rough and the jobs ain't coming as fast. So we needed that little boost, to help us in our bills and whatnot.
Pay raise is good, okay, but we want it all across the board. Everything that we're supposed to get, we want. Not we just want it, we need it. Grandma has been going through a drop from 2004. We need help.
We prefer also to see the increase of visitors. Most of all, want to see the opening of the Grand Lucaya, more airlift to Grand Bahama, more business income for Grand Bahama, which will lighten the load of every part of the sector.
Now, this taxi driver says her main concern is how locals will accept the increase.
Some of them ain't got no job and, they have little money. So I still just work with the natives.
Now, some taxi drivers say they were unaware of the increases until today and feel there should have been some form of communication beforehand. But to that, the president had this response.
These here was printed and these gets got corrected like Thursday evening, because the back with the extras on this, they were wrong. So I had to reprint these. And as a matter of fact, right now, we still don't have the board system up to the harbor and the airport as yet. But what I did, I run off a few copies of these and probably put around and give it to a lot of taxi drivers.
Jamila Mizik, ZNS Network News.
In other news, more layoffs in Grand Bahamas industrial sector. Polymers International Limited has dismissed 10 of its contract workers. Polymers officials say changes in environmental regulations globally have resulted in a decline in demand for its products, and as a result, Polymers has had to cut its labor costs. Polymers makes polystyrene beads that are used to manufacture foam products. Styrofoam packaging and single-use plastics are to be banned in the Bahamas beginning January of next year. And reports say that environmentally friendly policies such as this are having an impact at Polymers in operation. Now, this is the second round of layoffs in the industrial sector. Last month, Pharmachem Technologies began laying off employees. Some 43 in total will be laid off by the end of the year. Now, Pharmachem manufactures antiretroviral drugs for the treatment of HIV and AIDS. In other news, the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas Northern Service officially making the transition to high-definition television this past Friday. The upgrade will improve the quality of the nightly newscast and enhance the production of news. On hand, officially flipping the switch for the transition, the nation's Prime Minister. Megan Shepherd shares his charge for journalists in the North.
Prime Minister, the Most Honorable Dr. Hubert Minnis, congratulating management and staff of ZNS Northern Service for a major milestone in the corporation's history. The new high-definition upgrade is expected to improve the ease of producing the 6:30 p.m. newscasts, as well as all additional programming and productions. The Prime Minister challenging broadcasters here in the North to continue to work with headquarters in the capital and maintain its leadership role in the industry.
Let me encourage the Northern Service here in Grand Bahama to provide enhanced local programming. These may include more live interaction with New Providence in the morning television show and enhancements in regular news updates, the evening news, and television specials.
And with the new technological advances, the Prime Minister also encouraged broadcasters to do their part in enhancing their personal skills and knowledge.
As there's often considerable misinformation and outright falsehoods in the public domain, it is essential that the broadcasters such as ZNS provide accurate and timely news. Bahamian journalism should remain the best practices of the profession and fulfill its indispensable function in a democratic society. Accordingly, it is essential that the journalists at ZNS continue to improve their skill sets and knowledge base, including in Bahamian civics, history, and international current affairs.
Prime Minister Minnis adding that reputable journalists must continue to do their part to combat misinformation that is spread rapidly across social media and other platforms.
These days, the Bahamian people, like others around the world, are being assaulted and misled by fake news disseminated in lightning speed on social media. They are also being misled by some who have absolutely no, with capital N, no journalistic training, and who are quite often ill-informed or ignorant of the issues on which they presume to shape public opinion. The quality of technology is essential in your mission to inform, to educate, and to entertain.
Megan Shepard, ZNS Network News.
Meteorologists are watching a tropical wave that is set to move into the Bahamas sometime late Wednesday night. The National Hurricane Center is showing that the area could develop into a circulation over the next 5 days. Tonight, we tell you what this all means for the northern Bahamas. Veteran meteorologist Trinard Tyne says a tropical wave is approaching the area and it could possibly turn into a disturbance.
When you have any systems, you always keep a watchful eye on it because you never know what will happen or transpire with it. You may find a pocket or warmer conditions for it to develop a little bit more further. Because it's in the proximity that it is around us right now, we're not anticipating for it to explode at this present time, because the conditions aren't really ripe for that to do that. But nevertheless, we're going to keep a watchful eye on it to see what it's going to do, and we'll keep the public abreast of what's happening.
He says the system will move to the southeastern Bahamas by Wednesday, and the northern Bahamas will experience this system by Saturday.
We got a lot of cloudy conditions, long extended rain periods. Some of the rain shower activity may come heavy at times. Also, we expect lightning, thunderstorm activity as well to be associated with this type of system. But the main concern for the public is the roadways. When you have these long extended rain periods, it dumps a lot of water, and we'll have a lot of area concerns for low-lying areas in those areas that will be prone to be flooded as you move along the highway.
He says so far this has been a quiet season, but he's also reminding residents that we have not reached the peak of the 2019 hurricane season.
But on August is second octave. So we're going into the second octave season, or second octave month, sorry. And we keep our fingers crossed and hope that we continue on this quiet trend. And like I was telling you earlier, it only takes one to make it a bad hurricane season.
Now, police officials are on the scene at Lovers Beach where a young man has allegedly drowned. We have a team live on the scene. Stay with us. More on that story when we come back.